Hey, it's Doug Coy for SoWhatDoYouThink.com. Well, 2011, what was it like for you? You know, you think back on the major news stories, I guess, the earthquake in Japan would have to be right up there as one of the top stories. The uprising in Egypt, of course, everybody was glued to the tube on that one. The death of Osama Bin Laden. Yeah, that was kind of nonstop for a few days also as far as news was concerned. And of course, the Occupy movement, which is still going on. Not so much here in Vancouver where I live, but in a way, it's still kind of sputtering along in a lot of different areas. And we'll still see some of that, I'm sure, as the year progresses.
An event that I remember is the royal wedding.
I guess a memorable Vancouver event, of course, was the riots.
The revolution that occurred in Egypt.
Was the royal wedding. It was a big deal. It was exciting. Watched it at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
It would be the Grey Cup, and we actually won this year, so go Vancouver.
Osama Bin Laden, you don't mind seeing them go. Wish I could have done it myself, in fact.
Some people died last year that, I think back. Peter Falk, remember him? Columbo? I can't do a Columbo, forget it. Who else died last year? Oh, Amy Winehouse, of course, that was the big story. Betty Ford. Her legacy, of course, will always be the Ford Clinic. Steve Jobs, I'm reading his book right now. Kind of an interesting guy, a little bit of a wacko in some ways, but very brilliant, very creative, and man, did he ever leave his mark as far as technology. And one of my favorite of all times, a guy by the name of Andy Rooney. And I loved him at the end of 60 Minutes. He had a lot to say and a lot of good wisdom. Andy Rooney, we're going to miss you, bud.
Andy Rooney.
Amy Winehouse.
Steve Jobs.
Michael Jackson. Did he die this year? He told me Michael Jackson. My son gave me that one. Okay? That wasn't mine.
It would definitely be Steve Jobs.
I think it was Elizabeth Taylor. I think that was this year. And I remember my dad was really sad.
Jack Layton, a Canadian politician. And
Steve Jobs, again, technology god.
Ronnie James Dio from formerly Rainbow, then Black Sabbath.
Peter Falk, yeah, another great guy with the glass eye. You hate to see glass eye people die.
Then movies. What was your favorite movie last year? I can't even think of a movie that really impressed me.
Best movie I've seen recently is The Muppets.
I really liked Puss in Boots. I took my kids to that movie.
It's called Dinner Rush. And it was a great movie. It's a feel-good movie, and you guys should watch it.
The last movie that sticks out in my mind that I've seen, again, was Benjamin Button.
It was the Muppet movie. Saw it last week and it was hilarious.
And a movie I really enjoyed was Crazy Stupid Love. It was a really great movie.
One's too very new. I often wait. And my favorite film of all time would be Clockwork Orange.
Super 8 was pretty good. I saw that on the plane the other day. I think another movie that I liked a lot, and I think everybody should see it, and very few people did. It was called First Grader. A tremendous movie about I think he was 86-year-old gentleman in Kenya that went back to school. And that was very, very powerful movie. Very well done. So, what's your favorite movies? What do you remember about 2011? What was the big story? That's we're going to talk to some people. Thanks for the memories. 2011. Can you imagine? We're moving into 2012. I will finish this off with one thing. My children live in New York, or my daughter does anyway, and grandchildren, and they live very close to the World Trade Center. What used to be the World Trade Center, and what is now, again, being rebuilt. And this was the 10th year anniversary. And when I go back to New York in a few weeks, I'm going to have an opportunity to visit the memorial. And should we never forget. I'll leave it on that. 2011, what was it like for you?